am Tan Soo Suan, a Penang Lang. And my occupation, I would say that, is a performer and a veteran performing artist in the musical theatre in Malaysia. I never leave Penang, so I grown up in a very, very small family. My parents, me, and my sister. And my mom told me that. She told me that I started to sing and dance. First performance, I think, is at 3 years old at the corridor of the house and while listening to the songs and moving and all that. So since then, my mom thought, yeah, this little girl can sing, I think. So put me in a kindergarten, uh, and the teacher actually found out that I actually officially said that I can sing. So they taught me how to sing. That's how I started performing uh, at the graduations of the kindergarten, and spotted by a primary school headmaster. So the headmaster talked to my parents and said that your daughter can sing. So he arranged a teacher, a proper vocal teacher. So under the tutelage of Madam Tung in Penang, at the age of as young as 8 years old.
Wow.
That's how I started.
That's
Yeah.
incredible. Which school did you go to?
I went to Chinese school in a primary, Samsan Primary School. Then I went to the secondary Union High School. Yeah, that is what in Penang.
What did your parents do?
Oh, my father is spraying car. Yeah, mechanic. Yeah. So that's his job and that's his business. A very small one. So we have my mom is just a housewife. Yeah. I think I'm not strong in academic. Yeah. So I think that's the only thing that the parents think you better go and learn singing, learn the piano, so you can, cari makan in future. That is what we learn and grown up. So I'm very, very fortunate that I have a very good teacher to start with. That's how my singing career actually kicked off. During my time during the 70s, Madam Tung just came back from London. Yeah. So I think she's the only one that the teacher actually goes to the school and give choir, training to a lot of kids and things like that. So I think I learned a very strong basic foundation in singing. And this carried me. Of course, as we all know, that foundation is so important. So this carried me throughout whatever I'm trying to do in my voice and what directions that I'm playing in my musical theatre. And I'm very thankful, very, very thankful. And she's a very, I would say that the word kind, yeah, kind, because I can't afford to pay the fees. During that time, 30 ringgit is a lot for the family, a very small family. So she actually didn't take any money from my parents. Yeah, I think it's because of my headmaster. They are really good friends. So I'm very, very blessed. I'm very thankful and my gratitude to her.
So it was a sponsorship essentially that she.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know until, when you've grown up. And then I'm very thankful. Yeah. I think Madam Tung treated all the students the same. And I think for myself, I'm a person that like to go in detail. So whatever, every method that she's giving to me, I would actually go in detail. And maybe I'm passionate about it. That's how I put it. Yes, I ended my lesson with her after I took the 3 consecutive years for the grand champion. So after that, yeah, then I stopped singing for a while. I think, when you're very passionate in the whatever you're doing and you would actually put a stop or some question marks to ask about yourself. So during that time, I just switched a little bit to study the hotel and catering. I want to know about hotel and catering, but I didn't stop my singing, you know. So just get more knowledge that how the hotel run, you know, and how people work in the hotel. I just want to know. So that is why I just go into it, 2 to 3 years for study. I think in my life, I won't waste the time that the things that I don't like to do. So when I look back, I'm very happy and pleased that I did for the 2.5 years course to understand about all the hotel management and the service line and all that, because somehow or other it helps me in my presentation or even in singing, you know,
So,
because you know more about it. A lot of time you starting to judge a person is because you don't know them. So I like to know more about the profession's background that to gain the respect
right.
in any field. That's it me, you know. To me, the Madam Tung, uh, the moment of learning from her was fond memories of getting together with different people that's actually passionate about singing. Because that time she had her own choir and her own Christmas choir. And I still remember I have to sing in a hotel during the Christmas time. You know, we are like running around for doing gig, you know, for very young. We just have to run to different hotel, and Shangri-La at that time is the peak of the standard. That maybe lead me to to study hotel catering. I don't know, you know, and get me into a lot of competitions, you know. And I have to say thank you to the community for encouraging school to send the kids to go for competition. But I don't think now they do that. You know, during my 70s and 80s time, it's always competition. After a song, you learn from your teacher, you will go for competition. That is how, you know, keeping yourself to practice, to learn more. And I think, yeah. So to us, to go competition is like just go on stage and sing again. I graduated as the uphold of the performing certifications of ABRSM. Then I don't have money to go overseas. Simple as that. So when I got the money, you just can go and attend, you know, some courses here and there to get some understanding of the mechanism of voice production and things like that in London, in New Zealand, in Australia. Because that time I'm already the age to go and study for the voice, especially, they do have a period of time, you know. So that is how I look at my learning in my career and certifications that can make wise into my voice, you know. And I'm happy that I didn't do it, because if I'm going to lock myself in a university, I wouldn't have the chance to gain the performance experience, you know, to get more shows and to do whatever I want to do. Oh, that's a very good question. My mom always want me to say it because she always say, "You have to thank me, you know, yeah, because you have a career. It's because of me." I said, "Yeah," because she cycled, you know, cycle and put me at the back and cycled me after school to the lesson.
From where to where?
It's quite not the distance. It's quite nearby. So let's say about 700, 800 meters away. Yeah,
With
she
you
would,
back.
yeah, with me at the back. So she cycled me to the lessons. Frankly speaking, when you were young and you only have that teacher, you just follow whatever the teacher teaches you. Because she's trained in the operatic, in a vocal, you know, certification. So that is how that we start learning opera, learning aria, learning Italian, German, French, in all that. That is one type of singing quality. Yeah. But of course, we would love to sing pop songs. We would love to sing musical songs, you know. So that is how I explore myself to the other side of it. Mm. You look at me, how to get into pop music. Okay.
No, not at all.
No, I started in the vocal training under uh, the way or the structure of opera quality. So of course you will actually have the repertoire that is doing opera aria. You know, I always dream that I can do Madame Butterfly, you know, because I think for Asian, that's the very high possibility that you can get the role to sing that, you know. So that is always in my mind. If I go for any master classes, I attended any class, I would say, please teach me Madame Butterfly. So I would actually would love to play the role if I got the chance, you know. So that is in the opera. And at the year of 2000, when Seng Chu from the Dama, the founder of Dama Orchestra, that time, so now it's Dama Asia, approached me and said, would you like to try to do Chinese golden oldies, you know? So I say, yeah, I think I can do that. He said, but we never heard you sing the Chinese, you know, like oldies before, because that time you're so young, that time. Okay. So, but I told him, I said, I know quite a lot of the oldies songs because of my mom and my parents, you know, my father, they love to sing. And I still remember that I watched the TV from the TV box, black and white, you know, like Pu Liao Qing. That's those periods of time from the TVB Hong Kong series. So I think it's very familiar. The melody is not like unreachable. So I told them, why not I try? Because the more you know about the culture background during that 30s to 60s time, a lot of singers, they are sopranos. They're well trained by Russian teacher. So the musicians are actually Russians. That's why the composition is so rich during the Shanghai period, so 30s to 60s. So I say, I don't know all this. Okay, when I started with Saint John, I don't know all this. So it's after getting into it, I really fall in love with it. So that is how I started my Chinese Golden Oldies songs and my debut concert in Datara Merdeka that time, before the flood. So Datara Merdeka, and Saint Chu approached me and said that, oh, we try for just a week. Means we just do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because nobody know who you are. Yeah, we have to try to sell you. And that time I was bigger. Yeah, I'm still big. So he said, we try. If we can sell the tickets, then we will do an extension for the following week. So I said, all right, no problem. So that time is only me and a pianist and sing without microphone for 200 over people. That's my debut concert. I mean, selling tickets, earning some money. First concert in KL. Okay, I still remember the feedback was one of the daughter talked to Saint Chu, and Saint Chu shared with me, say, oh, this lady can sing. She must be like 40s. I'm like, oh no! Because a lot of time people thought that you're singing the oldies, you have to be, you know, in certain age to have the sense of it or the feel of it to deliver. Yeah, emotionally, the way you sing it as well. And Singju said, no, she's only 21, you know? So, and some came back to me and said, well done, continue and do it. I said, yeah. We extended, so please buy tickets again. That is it. That is the feedback that I got. And I'm very thankful. Until today, they are still there for me.
That's
If
amazing.
I'm doing any show, they would just go. So those are all my friends now because of the competition. Yeah. So I took the 3 years grand champion, and he told me, he said he only listened to the first round. Yeah. And he said, this girl is gonna get it. This is what he told me. You know, and it's not easy for me to start with them because I reside here. I stay in Penang and they're in KL. And I have to travel, like from the bus to the train to the plane. Of course, you start with bus because you have no money. Yeah. And slowly you start with the train because you have a little. And when you have a little bit more, then you treat yourself better with the flights. So when people ask me how you travel, I say, this is my answer. So that time I have to travel up and down, up and down. I didn't actually stay in KL at all. I still live in Penang.
Wow.
Because I'm a very family-based person. So I love Penang. I want to see my sea, the sea, the beach. I cannot stay in KL. Okay. Since Sing Chu approached me and I work with the artistic director Pung Kai Lun, that's how we started the journey from theatrical, sort of like theatrical, because they actually enriched me with not just standing there and sing. So you have to have like more performance, more dramatic theatrical elements in there. So that is what we call the musical. Yeah, because in a musical you need to have a good voice and you need to know how to act and then you need to know how to move, how to dance. Yeah. So they introduced musical to me. And from I can't move to be able to dance and sing, so I find the journey is quite interesting because this journey let me meet a lot of very good performers, and I work with international artists as well. So when you work with them, you will know how far you are or how near you are to them. So I find that personally, I'm very, very happy and blessed to have that journey because we started with very small show, just me and a pianist. Then we moved to 6 musicians, the Chinese who, things like that, with that. And I'm still singing, but with the theatrical elements in there where I need to act. And my artistic director is a banana. So whatever I sing in Mandarin, the meaning of the words won't be the same like his direction. So it's a big challenge to work with him. But I think art is always think out of the box. So that's maybe make us so unique in a way that when you present a song, no matter what language you're in there, you still can capture the character, the drama in it. So I find that it's interesting. It's difficult. It's not easy. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. Yeah. Of course, there's a lot of funny moments because mainly all the cast, you work with different casts, you work with different people, they have different background and then they train differently. So everyone come in is to have like to gel together for one production. So it's always that's a funny moments, they're always a challenging, to cope with each everyone, and the levels of the performance, and and how you want it to be. Sometimes you need other people to work with you to get it done. So it's like a teamwork. So that's I call in the cast. Yeah, when I'm with a cast. And when I'm in with a creative team, because I'm also work in the creative management in the way that I'm taking care of everyone's voice as a vocal coach. So I need to know more about what the directions of the director want it to be. So I would say that as a performer, we would say that singing is my passion, but I think the passion always inclusive of struggle, yeah, disappointment, and it's not always pretty, it's sometimes ugly. And and I think we need to endure it at the end of it, So that's a lot of because different productions will bring you different feeling, different relationships, yeah, towards the music, towards the musicians, the cast, and a creative team and things like that. So I find I'm very blessed in a way that because every year I have 2 shows to do. June or May, we will have one a little smaller production, And then end of the year, we have a big one. And there's particularly 1 or 2 productions that I think I will bring with me when I go. That would be Teresa Ting. Because I did almost 20 to 30 shows alone singing. A night of 23 songs, I can remember, just by myself at the Bangsa Shopping Center Actor Studios that time. And when we run the first season, not season, I mean the first week, the tickets sold out. And then we go to the second week, the third week, and I can remember that Sing Chu came to me and said, "Can you sing Friday matinee?" I said, "What are you talking about? I'm singing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Sunday matinee. Now Saturday matinee, and you want to do Friday matinee?" I kill myself. I say, I can't do that. Because he think that for me to present Teresa Ting's song is pretty easy to him. Because of the way that I make it easy. So he think that it's pretty easy for me. I tell him, no, I can't do that. So I'll just keep like 7 shows 1 week. So I really don't know how I did that. But I'm happy that I'm glad that I did it, because that is how to carry the legend, or the professions or the love from Teresa Ting to the people now.
Right.
So it's like a job for me to convey the message. If people don't sing her songs anymore, it will be forgotten. Simple as that. So that time, and okay, I'm going to do it. So within, I did that many. And another one is my first musical with Dama, Butterfly Lovers. 梁山伯祝英台. Yeah. So as we all know that the Butterfly Lovers is a very classic Romeo and Juliet of Asian. So, and we took the adaptations from the Shaw brother, the Huang Mei way of singing, but Dama did a wonderful job of rearrange the music by the Dr. Lu, the two music arrangers with us. And I really love that, because we brought this, the Selangor property, Puan Street, brought this production to Australia, Perth, to perform at the Majestic Theatre. And when I finished the show and walk out of the theatre, there's people waiting there to congratulate. I think, that is the power of music, and that's the power of, the musical. And the following years, actually, we brought the I Have a Date with Spring, 我和春天有個約會. And that production, actually, I'm thankful that I learned Cantonese. Yeah, because I do not know Cantonese. I can't speak Cantonese properly. So because of that production, we have very good Cantonese teacher, actually, to teach me. So that is how I pick up the Cantonese. And now my Cantonese is better than the people who speak Cantonese. Simple as that, because of the pronunciation. So I think these two really bring a lot of fond memories for me. Yeah, and I found out actually Cantonese is very, very difficult to learn, because that's 9 sounds. All the languages is the most, Mandarin is 4 sounds, okay? And people think that it's difficult. How about 9? And I'm really salute to the composer, because you know why? If you put the notes wrongly, it sounds different, and the words is not there. So you need to really know the language. It's just like Italian. The Italian will actually put the melody, down than the language. They will change the melody because of the language. So that is why I think they're very proud of their culture. They're very proud of their own language. Yeah, this is what I liked about it. I never think that I because a lot of people think that you should try this, you should try that, you can do this, you can do that. And I always very clear the word, what I want to do. Yeah. So I always choose the path that give me excitement and fulfillment. Yeah. After the end of it, I always ask myself. I always, like people approach me, can you sing Hokkien song? I'm like, I can sing. Yeah, everyone can sing, but are you Hokkien enough? Are you up to the standard? Are the Hokkien people understand you? I can sing Malay song because I sing with who Dato before. So it's how Malay you are. How well or did you capture the essence of it? Because I don't think everyone can do everything. If you're very clear what you can do, that is only what you can do. But if you clear what you're doing best, then you just do whatever is good for you and the best for you. Because especially in our art field, you can't act. You cannot means you cannot. You know, if you stand there and you're trying to be an Italian, you're not Italian means you're not. Especially if you sing an opera in Italian, how well you sing it, you're no Italian. You get what I mean? So I can actually fall in love of the art, but I cannot master it to say I am Italian and sing an Italian song. So I'm very, very clear what I can do the best and what I cannot. So I don't pretend. Simple. Because normally I don't work with many people. Okay, I'm quite choosy in a way. I work with Dama. Yeah, it's sort of like we grow together to do what the possibility that we can do in a show. And of course, uh, as a performer, that's a golden time. Yeah, that's always a golden time. Once you pass the golden time, I would say it's a silver time. Because a lot of people say, we only have golden time. I said, no, we have silver time. So what is the silver time? That is where you can choose what you want to do. Yeah, golden time is to do whatever the community you're providing to the community. Yeah, because you want to sell tickets, right? To survive. So when you come to the silver time, you can choose what you want to do, what you want to work with, who you want to work with and what direction you want to do. Or am I like, teaching more to nurture more younger people to come out and do in this career? So that is the silver time that where you think, okay, I need to put a stop in my performance. I'm more in my family or in my, in my teaching, or I can choose be very choosy what you want to do. So I'm actually at the time of silver time now. So I'm open to a lot of people to come and approach me, but I'm very truthful to the people that I'm working with. So to sing with MPO, I think it's everyone, I would say everyone, every performing artist dream. Yeah, because it's MPO, it's Malaysian Philharmonic Orchestra. Even now, it's Malaysian Philharmonic Orchestra. I repeat again, means that I have a lot of friends in there because it's Malaysian. Yeah. So, and of course, and the stage, yeah, and the oh my God, the auditorium, I just fall in love with that. It is so beautiful and the architecture, and we have wonderful hall. And I think should let more Malaysian to enjoy it and performs it. So actually they approached me 2 to 3 times already. So this time, right timing, right period of the songs, because I'm going to sing Cantonese song. But I'm going to sing the songs that I like. Yeah, not chosen by them because they asked me how many songs can you sing because they can't find me sing Cantonese song in YouTube in any performances. So they're a bit worried. Can you do Cantonese? So I'm very truthful to them. I said Cantonese is not my first language, but I got the opportunity to sing with Francis Yip. Same stage. you know, when I perform in the One World, because she's always come to Malaysia. She loves golfing. So I got a chance there to sing with her. So wow, it's fantastic. And my mom loved those songs, especially Bum Bum Bum. I think everyone loved it. So I got a chance to sing it with the full orchestra. So I told my mom I'm going to sing it. My mom like, I know the song. That's what she said. So the list of the songs are all my favorites. So I hope that I can give a good concert for the people who buying the tickets.
You mentioned performing with Francis Yip. Was there anybody else that you performed with?
No,
or-
I am the pre-show for her, and she has her own show later on, and then we did a 2T together. Oh, okay. I'm very active in my social work, yeah, in a charity group, and we toured a lot, and with the Taiwanese singers. So I did in America before, many states. I can't remember how many. So it's a fundraising shows. Then I did in Canada, Vancouver, and I did with Dama in Indonesia and Singapore, Taiwan. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, but mainly it's still with the people that I'm very familiar with. Yeah, and this coming is will be the first time I work with MPO. So I hope that we will have continuous working. We'll see what we can explore more. Yeah. Let me share with you how I work. How I work when I accept a job. Okay. Normally, first, I will look at the lyrics. Yeah, and Wikipedia is my is my resources, and YouTube, you know, and a lot of books, because I don't simply just sing a song. I will know more about what the composer heading to and why the music is in this way. Is that pyramid? Why is the pyramid written the melody in this way? You know, and the lyrics, what are you trying to tell me? And what is the convey message that you're trying to lead to the audience? Because at the end, you're singing to a pair of ears. Yeah. And everyone have different pairs of ears. Yeah. They have the right to say, I like it or I don't like it. It's fine. Yeah. Because that's art. I accept orders. Yeah. But my job is to make sure I'm not out of the essence of the original, very, very original. What is the message they're trying to convey? Yeah. And I interpret in the way that I think they are trying to do this. So each and every note that come out from my mouth is full. You know, there is no words, there is no phrase that is not important. You know, so that is how I work in my presenting of a song. Then if I'm playing a role means a character in a musical. There's so much to do. You know, it's like the actor. You know, you have to do a lot of background stories, possibilities that happen, and then you have to study the action, physical elements and the mental elements, you know, the background, how she brought up herself, and then what family in, because that's a lot of possibilities in your action. Yeah. So that is deeper. It's deeper. Despite it's only a lyrics, or because we perform a musical, it's always like telling a story. Actually, in musical, the lyrics is important, not the song. But a lot of time, people who like not in the field is only listening to the song, like let it go, you know. So people would just fall into the song. But a lot of times it's the lyrics that tell the deeper side of the story. In a musical, why there is song is because I can't put it in words. I have to use the power of music to go deeper. You know, like Bollywood as well. Yeah, despite Bollywood is like act and then they dance and they sing. It's because they're so happy they don't know what to do. They have to move the body, they have to convey the message.
Yeah.
So this is the art of I love to work with, you know, when I get a job. I think when I was young, I will always admire that my seniors, like, oh, they got the chance to go overseas and study and, get the degree, get a master and come back. This is when I was young. And when I'm grown up, I find that I should do what I like to do. Then I would have people who actually inspired me to follow the dream,
Mm.
to follow what you want to do. Then you will look at soprano that is like, like done so well, Pavarotti, in the international stage, how actually they get themselves there. If I love to read the biography of a person because I want to see how the journey that they go through until who they are, on the stage. So I have some very famous opera singers that I like. It's just like normal, everyone's loved them. Then after that, when I work with Dama, then I would switch to the musical theatre, like the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical theatre or like Lamis and things like that. That's the people who actually make it there, that not very famous, that make it there, how they do it and how good, they did their job. Because I went to the West End and then I managed to catch as many as possible. So you will actually switch there. Then when it come back to myself, to life, then you have a mentor where actually emotionally to support you, so that is how I move around. I don't have like particular one that I have to. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. What is hero? Yeah. What is hero? Because I think the society label the hero differently. Because we see hero is like Superman, to do the things that, or Spider-Man or whatever, you know. But I think hero is someone that come to your life and pull you up. I think I have a lot. I have many to mention, so I can't really, mention
Point one.
each and every one. If you talk about life, the first thing is my parents that, give me the chance to, and then my headmaster, then my Madam Toon, and Dharma, yeah, and fans, all of them. Then my students, you know, and music. Yeah, I think music. Not performing on stage without the makeup and all that. I'm just a simple mum, a daughter-in-law, a mum, and a wife. That's the characters I'm playing when I'm back in Penang, as normal as many people. So I try to balance between the career and my family because I don't believe that you only have career and then without a family, or I either the other way, So I hope that I have rooted very well. That's why I don't leave Penang. So I have rooted here, but I can fly everywhere that I wanted to, But I know that where to come back. I think that is very important for me. And I love charity. I love to do charity. And I love to take care of old people. So every Wednesday morning now, I'm giving 2 hours lessons for old seniors to sing, to learn sign language, to perform. And yeah, that's what I do. And my oldest actually is 100 years old. Yeah, but unfortunately passed away last year. But it's a good number. It's a good number. And I got another 190, and she left us last year. So now my oldest is 85. Yes, I have to. That's cari makan. We can't perform 24 hours on stage and we can't have the job. As Malaysia, we don't have like West End or Broadway, every day that everyone's go there to buy the tickets. And it's not easy for the performing art to survive because a lot of time when I perform, some people will come and can I have some tickets? No, you just have to buy. You know, you just have to buy, but you can have a discounted tickets, of course. So when we started, it's a little bit difficult, but now I think a lot of people know that we can't live without art. We need art, yeah, especially music, especially dance, especially, you know, singing. I think that's important in life. That's why I said all the performing artists have the golden time, have the silver time. For me, I created a silver time, and of course I have a bronze. I always say that, you know, you have 3 stages of time. So the golden times are the times that you can do whatever you want. Yeah, and you, that is where uh the the hit in your career, yeah, the peak and the hit in your career. But physically, yeah, you don't want it, but physically will tell you, come down. You can't do that anymore. You can't do the twist, you know, you can't kick as high as the young one. So you have to come down. So once you come down, you do different characters, you do different things. You know, you are more subtle in your physical demands. You are more into the inner parts of performance, where people listen to your voice, where people actually listen to you when you tell a story and you sing, you know. So it's always like this. So I always advise to a lot of people that do whatever you can when you want to. No regret, because you never try, you never know. Yeah. But when your body tell you you can't do that anymore, you have to stop. Don't get yourself in a depression, because a lot of people go in that direction. Because once you get into it, it's not worth it, because you have the glorious time before, you know? So do whatever that your body tell you to do, because it's a cycle. You can't be under the spotlight for the whole life, right? You can create a different kind of spotlights in your life. I won't say that as advice, maybe it's some sharing, because different people have different perceptions of life. Yeah, you can't change them. When they want it that way. Because I have a lot of seniors, I know you can't change them. So I would say that,
About juniors, yeah.
I would say that when you are young, be brave, try whatever. Yeah, there's no like, oh, you only can sing classical, you cannot sing pop. There's no, I disagree with it, because it's your own instrument, it's your voice. You should be able to drive this wherever places you want to go if you know your own voice well. Yeah, and a lot of people worried that I sing classical. If I go and sing pop songs and I will have problem with the classical, that's too old thinking. That's too much. Why you can't do it is because you don't have a very strong foundation of the anatomy of your voice. If you understand it, if you know how the structures go, you can switch. Yeah, be a smart singer. I always say, be a smart singer. Don't fall into, how to say, unreasoned answer for you when, you know, when you ask someone. Do it if you want to try. So that's as for the young people. Then for the people who are actually performing now, you know, and enjoy themselves to get a job and always get performance and sing, try to suck up as much as possible that the experience that you have in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sponge. Try to really make the sponge full, because this will use it later on, because it's the time that you can share when you cannot be on stage anymore, because people need your experience, people needs your brain, people needs how you work, you know. So that is why that I'm slowly moving to the backstage, where I can take care of young people's voice, telling them how to do it. And then when they like confused why the voice is become like that, and then after a few belting sound of voice singing, and they start to lose their voice and they get panic. So that is how I can share with them. I say, we won't lose our voice if you do not take overdose of alcohol, overdose or smoking, you know, and didn't take care of your health, you know, you won't lose your voice. Yeah. The voice will come back after 4 hours. Scientifically proves, because we studied the anatomy of that. So if you do know where the voice is going, then you're not hurting yourself. Yeah. So once you have that, you should explore, because I find that it's not classical is more difficult than the pop song, or the pop song is easier than this one. I don't think so. That's no easy, that's no difficult. It's just different art. You know, you need to discover them, because when you do opera, you are doing opera. That's one type of singing that passed down for generations. Yeah, which people don't do it that often now. Yeah, you back then, you know, Baroque time, you know, classical periods and things like that. Everyone sing like that. I don't think that's pop song, but you know, so that is that time of voice. But when you come to a pop song, that under the pop song, there's so many categories. You know, so you need to be very clear what you're doing. So if you are clear, you're safe. But all this need knowledge, you know, all this need experience. So you need to collect all this. Then only I won't be able to tell you if you ask me 10 years or 20 years ago. I only know one way to just sing.
Yeah. We're almost to the end of our interview.
Hmm.
Some personal reflections. Do you have any regrets and what they are,
Mm.
both in the course of your musical career as well
Mm.
as personal?
Mm. Uh, a lot of people come to me and say that those are the people who really loved me, and say that, oh, you shouldn't be in Malaysia. You should be in the overseas. You should be in the international, you know, stage and things like that. I'm really grateful to hear that, because that's a recognition, yeah, and that's the love that they have for you, because they want you to be better. They think that to be in international stage, you are somebody, right? For me, I want to be somebody in my own place, you know, because a lot of people thought that you can be somebody in, like, maybe America, maybe in West End. I have some students now in West End performing, yeah. But I can tell you, work is work. If you go through the periods of the time, it's the same, like, no matter in West End, in Broadway, you know, or in Malaysia, you know. So if you keep your professionalism as international standard, no matter where you go, you're the same. That is how my mindset. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is how I think, you know. So it doesn't matter where you are, but it's where you stand, how you stand, and how you do it. It's not easy to be a mom. It's not easy to be a mom, especially you have to be on stage and you have to be away all the time. So that is why that I put a stop when I told my husband that I have to be with him. It's my own son. I have to take care. You know, it's not just let anybody take care of it. So it's my own son. I have to handle it. I have to really be with him, because when they're grown up, you miss it. You don't have it anymore. So that may be a little regret for me, because that period of time is quite tedious in a way that I need to do rehearsals, because as a musical rehearsal, at least 6 weeks, you have to be away from home. Yeah, and 6 weeks is international practice where everyone do their job. You understand what I mean? So everyone come already know what to do. If not, you have to have at least 2 months. You know, you have to babysit, you have to work with them. Hey, you forgot your lines, you forgot your this. You know, you have to babysit and things like that. It need to be two months, 3 months to work with people. Yeah. And I'm blessed in a way that I got a chance to work with very young performer and to international artists, you know, who played their Phantom before, Nigel Richards. that Saint Chu brought him in. Yeah, I be the Christine, but Asian Christine to sing with him. So yeah, so because of that, so I think that period of time I didn't pay a lot of attention on him. So I told my husband, I said, I had enough of what I'm doing. So I told Saint Chu, I think I have to take care of him. I have to take care of my mom. Yeah, because my mom wasn't well for a few years and things like that. So I said, I have to put a stop. I'm sorry. So you may have to find other people. That is how that he started to work with others performing artists and things like that. Because if you already so get used to working with each other, you would like the team like that, isn't it? Click, easy. Everyone just move. Yeah. So because we have the relationship like that. So it's much more easy for us to actually just enforce any musical or any work. And he feel very comfortable with me. He knows that I would deliver it, you know. That's my job. So I put a stop. I think the regret would be just like that. That's the little regret for the family. But for um my work and my teaching work as well, because I have a lot of young students. So I told them I can't really give regular lessons. So you please have standby teacher if you want to learn from me, because I will be away for a while and come back. So yeah, so this is the parts that if I'm a teacher, I will find that this is the mistake that I make for some students. But my students are good. They are good. They're happy and they're doing well. You know, I have one ADHD student. Yeah, 1 hour class is just done, just jump on my sofa for like 45 minutes, and then I only teach like 15 minutes. You know, when she was young, but now she can host a concert by herself, standing there. She just did one in KL. You know, I think I think that's that's beautiful. My proudest moment, I would say that in my life, I am happy what I have chosen, and I brought, I think, a lot of joy to a lot of people when I sing. Yeah, just like you shared with me, they went for the concerts, and after Teresa thing concerts, and then can sing for like a month or a week at home, and I can bring back a lot of the classics songs and legendary performance artwork to people now, introduced to them. I think that's, I'm very proud of it. And I keep doing that, yeah, despite I'm not singing some pop songs and all that, because that's not belong to me. So I do what is good, that I can do it, and yeah, to keep the music go on. Yeah. Okay. We we would always say that a successful man would have a very capable wife behind him. So I think we play the different, we will have the different role. Yeah. So I'm thankful that he's very supportive, and he can see the happiness and um the work that I have done. Yeah, but of course he sometimes feel that you don't have to work that hard, you know, especially in the musical world. But this is the passion, this is the love. That's why I said passions come with struggle, come with disappointment, you know. It's not so beautiful. Yeah, because a lot of people think that passion is like, oh, very happy, you know, you just every day go to work happily. I don't think so. You still have to go through that periods of time. But thankful that he supported me throughout the journey, because without his support, I don't think I can, you know, leave Penang and then go and do the things that I like. And we are very supportive. You know, he's a chef. Yeah, he's a chef, and he's not a Chinese, so that we have to learn the different culture. Yeah, but I think we match it quite well. And I'm a person that always think about others. So I always say that this is the time for you to shine. Please, you go. You know, we will swap. You know, I think that I say I should actually stay at home now to take care of the house, and you should actually go overseas and work because there's a very good opportunity for you. So please go. So, you know, this is how we work. I think we're a very good partner in a way. You know, I will always support him. Now he's in Singapore. So I always support him. If that opportunity is good, please grab it. Then he said, if I'm away, how are you gonna? I say I'm an octopus. I can handle it. You know, despite I'm not. But we will try our best to support each other. That is how we work. Okay, for fun, I think a lot of people like to travel. All right, but but my perceptions of traveling is totally different from others. I don't go to a country that I don't have a friend. Yeah, I will go to a country that, example, like Taiwan. I will go to Taiwan that I have a lot of friends. You know, that's the fun for me because I can learn their culture, I can be with them, I stay with them, you know, I eat their food and I learn how they see things and you know, like dealing with people, like dealing with matters and dealing with things, you know, this things that I find that is fun for me. You know, it's fun for me. And besides that, fun is just to be with myself. Yeah. And I find that just give yourself like that is why I need the space. I need a very small one. I don't need a big one that I can just be with myself. I think the me time. A lot of people call that me time. So just be with myself and sometimes I'll praise myself. Say, oh, you done very well, Dan Soo Suan. Not bad, not bad. You know? Oh, you did this, you know? I think that is self-praising is quite important. You don't tell people what you do, how much you've done, but not bad, not bad. You know? I think that is fun for me. I always do that. Yeah. Before I teaching, actually, I will actually sit at the piano and take your photos and remember to smile. That's always I do that because that's fun for me. Because when I look back, I say, "Oh, I remember the smile." That's my fun, yeah.
Wow.
And if I travel to Singapore, I have my husband there, of course. You know, that's a different fun that I have. So I think, yeah, that's more like me. Okay. Through my career wise, a lot of people know that I can sing, I can perform, you know, I can do this, I can do that. And I think a lot of people do not know the other side of me. Yeah. I'm I'm a very easy to cry person. Yeah. I really hate it. But it's just so easy, very, very easy to tears. So, especially in my charity work, yeah, in my charity work, and I've done so much in my charity work through my voice, you know, and we did uh, fundraising for a lot of unfortunate people. I won't say that poor. I don't use the word poor because in Malaysia, I don't think we have any more poor people because it's just unfortunate. They are not so lucky like us, you know. So I think that is the part that a lot of people don't know about me. That is why that some people say, I'm it's okay. I stop. So some people say that you should get a PJK, you should get a what, you know, a doctorship from this and that and things like that. But I'm so scared of all this. I really, and I'm really scared that people recognize me when I go out, you know, and eat a char kway teow or wonton mee and all that. Oh, that. I'm very scared of that. I really don't like it. I really don't like it
Why?
because I'm not look for fame. I really not look for fame. I just like my job. It's just like, you know, a video. Yeah, the director won the Oscar, but the videographer don't want any Oscar. You just pay me the salary. You know, it's the same thing. It's just like I like the work. I like the music. I like the experience. You know, the torturing of the work and things like that. But I no need recognition. Yeah. the Penang PJK. They came to me many times. I just said, I'm just ordinary people. I'm just like everyone else, you know? Like people just help each other. That's simple. No, no, no. You did so many concert fundraising and for people. So I said, okay, 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 okay. You let me write lah. Yeah, you let me write. So at least they can pass up. I said, okay, I promise. Because that's it's after COVID. That was after COVID. Yeah. And then out of respect, actually you should frame them up. That is what I do, you know? So yeah, that is what I do. So I'm very scared. I don't know. I'm just very scared. Even like after show, when I finished, got one time I sang in the popular bookstore. Yeah. And they love me. So after performing many years, I sang for them at a convention center after their book fair. So we were in a lift after the show. And then after the show, I just take off everything and just be normal. So I walk in into the lift, and someone in there just, oh, the singer's so good, you know, the Soo Suan. Oh my God, I watched her show so many times, you know. I'm so glad that popular got her to sing, blah, blah, blah. But nobody dared to say anything because they cannot recognize me. So I was just, and one of the guests just turned, "Eh, looks like her." But after when the lift door opened, they walked out. They say, "Are you Tan Soo Suan?" Yes. Thank you for the compliment. I go down. I'm very scared. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Besides, thank you. Besides, like, thank you for your support. You know, I'm glad you like it. What else? You know, I really do not. I'm the person that not very. I'm very homey. It's my home, so I don't spend my time way like uh loosely the words to like just go out here and there. So I don't. Yeah. So that is very naked of me.